Okay, so I got my pen. Actually, then I lost my pen. So I actually have this fun little drawing that I had done prior, right? This is in my, I call this notebook. This is so funny. It's kind of falling apart. Angel's fancy book of how to, right? And this is this process, right? We're leveraging other people's audiences, right, to get our opt-in, and then we want to send them to that free presentation, right? A 1 hour, a 90-minute either webinar, right? We want to lead them to either a webinar, a workshop, or a sales call. Right? Like these are kind of some of the options, right? Webinar, workshop, sales call. So these are one to many. Like this is virtual, this is live, and this is one to one, right? So this is group, virtual, a live workshop, or a one-on-one call. So depending on how you're building your business, right? If you are building it just local, invite them to a local workshop, right? A lunch and learn, an hour-long presentation right in a back room in an office, borrow some office space, rent a room in the library, right? There's always venues, right, that you can leverage. Bring them into a restaurant, have everybody buy lunch, right, or charge tickets, right, that covers the lunch, or a virtual webinar, or a one-on-one sales call. So depending on how you want to build your business at this next level, this is where we lead them to. But there's already a demand, right? They've opted in, they've discovered you, they've opted in, and now there's the demand, right? There's the request for learning from you, getting more information from you, discovering more about you, building that know, like, and trust factor, going even deeper with them. And so who do we invite to our webinars, right? And our sales calls? People who are already on my list, right? So I'm not going out to LinkedIn and saying, let's get on a sales call. No, I'm going out to LinkedIn and saying, do you want this freebie? I'm not going out to social media and saying, do you want to get on a sales call? Right? Or come to my workshop. I'm saying, do you want my freebie? Right. So this is the email list, like the people who are following me now, if they've moved into a free group, right? Maybe now you've moved them into an online community, right? And it's your online community, right? Then they get this next level, right? So we're creating the demand, right? And so from that demand, right now, kind of we have other people's stages, our social media, get into our castle, right? And then depending on the level that we want to serve them or to introduce our products and services to them, right? We want to offer them our core offer, right? Our signature offer, right? Like they all get this core offer. Like this is where we sell it in a sales call, a live workshop, a virtual webinar, right? Then we go to the core offer. And this is really typically, and anything in this 300 to 2K is what I've always said. I do know, like in a, this could actually even go up to, I would even say you could probably even get it up to even 25K, depending on the value of the client, right? In this sales call, right? In this sales call, you could probably even bump up even to a 25K. But, right, the core offer is usually in this 3 to 2K offer, right? In that price range. Like that's really easy from a webinar, a workshop, even a one-on-one sales call in that beginning phase to find this core offer of a 300 to 2K. Actually, yes, sorry. I'm going to cross this out, right? Because that's actually not typically our core offer, right? This 25K is not typically our core offer. That's usually our high ticket, right? Sorry. I got ahead of myself. Right? Right? Right. Now, if they opt into your core offer, right, we can often move them into a high ticket client. Like we can skip this step of going from core offer to high ticket because typically our core offer is something that's group. It's something that can include recorded sales calls, live calls. So pre-recorded library of courses. It can include products. It can do live group calls. It can include an event ticket or a one-on-one sale strategy call with you, like a one-on-one private call with you, coaching call. So here I put that down, right? So your core offer, it's usually for your group, right? This is not usually one-on-one, right? It can include pre-recorded calls, products, live group calls, a ticket to a live event, like 2, 3, 4, 5-day event. Or it could also include a one-on-one private coaching call with you included in this core offer package, right? So 300 to 2K, can include pre-recorded calls, group live calls, maybe it's some products. And it can be a ticket to a live event with you or this strategy call, right? And, right, it's in this event or this one-on-one strategy call that we typically find our high TTT clients. TTT stands for ticket, time, and trust, right? And so if you've got a 5K, I would say actually anything over that 2K. So it's usually 5K plus, right? Right. Right. So do you see how we want to go and create exposure? Number one, first step, build our audience. 2 interviews a week, 1 press release a month, right? We're going to get them into, 2 interviews a week, right? Other people's stages, right? Or we're also going to do a post once a week on our own social. Who wants this free thing? We want to create the demand. We can move them into an online community if you're building that, but we then want to invite this group into either a virtual webinar, a live workshop, or a one-on-one sales call to introduce our core offer, right? And our core offer has some group stuff, pre-recorded stuff, products, live calls. It can also include a ticket to an event or a one-on-one private call where we offer our high ticket item. But this is built on demand. So in the beginning, we go back to step 1, right? So this is where we live, right? Is in this. We're filling our calendar weekly, right? With either virtual events, live events, or sales calls where we are offering our core offer, right? So this is really where we live, right? So 2 interviews a week, 1 press release a month, getting them into our sales castle and moving them into a webinar, a workshop, or a sales call. There's where we offer our program, our product, our service, like the main thing that we're selling. And I just listened to a podcast and she talked about the value of focusing on one thing, right? 1 target audience, 1 product, 1 core offer for 1 year, right? Pick 1 thing. And I love the simplicity of that. So often we think we have to have this, huge menu. I often say, right, we need to have like a $97 offer and a $1,000 offer and a 5K, right? We need just some simple products that move them through the castle, right? But in the beginning, just $1,000 package, right? You could have a standard and a premium, right? Here's my 1K, here's my 5K, right? So you could, but it's the same offer. It's just, this is you do it and we do it, right? So like with our media firestorm, right? You could go and learn how to do it. It's a $9.97 boot camp ticket. You come, you learn how to do it, right? And you do it yourself. Or the premium offer where we manage that for you, booking you on 2 interviews a week, 1 press release a month. Like we take it on for you. So you think about your client. Here's the standard offer. Here's the premium offer. And you can offer that in the webinar, right? The webinar, the workshop, or the sales call. Move them to the next. Right? But who are we selling to? The people inside our sales castle. I hope that was helpful. I know I went a little long. Hopefully my notes made sense to you. I can't wait to see, right, what you're doing. I did want to actually make sure that I covered one more thing, right? If you are going to do this social media posting, right, with the Who Wants My Freebie, here's some things I want you to track if you're doing that on your own page, right? Who wants my freebie? How many people engage, right? I want that, me, yes, please. How many people, so track one, how many people engage, right? And every time you respond, so 15 people respond and you react to that and reply back, that's 30 responses. So we're creating this engagement and it's getting seen, and the algorithm feeds that because we're creating conversation and we're creating engagement. That's the value in that, right? So track how many people responded. Second thing to track, how many people actually fill out the form that you sent them, right? Of that, how many people opted in, who signed up, who enrolled, how many people did that? And then the third thing to track, right? Because now that they've opted in, now you invite them to your webinar, your workshop, or your sales call. How many people, right, signed up for that? And then how many clients did you close, right? And so we can create a weekly tracking, right? Who wants my freebie? 2 interviews a week, one press release a month, and 1 social post a week, right? We can add that 2 plus 1, right? So 2 interviews a week, 1 social post, right? Who wants my freebie? Build your list. And then track how many people opt in, how many people come to the workshop or the webinar or the sales call, and then how many people become clients. And you can create this really easy flow of clients. So we did a test with this, right? So we have a gal, she did her post, who wants this? She had she didn't do the comment piece, so we don't have the engagement. She led them straight to the opt-in form, but she had 25 people opt into the form, 10 people booked a sales call with her, and 2 people became clients. So 25 opt-ins, 10 sales calls, 2 clients. You can see the rhythm. Like, how often could she do that? She could do that every single week, right? Or she could do that every other week, depending on her availability, the calendar that she wants to maintain and keep. So what other things, right? You know, think about how many clients do I need to bring in every single week? And I can use 2 interviews a week, 1 press release a month, 1 social post a week, right? In order to build this cadence in system so that we are creating exposure and revenue every single week. That's what I want for you, exposure and revenue. So cheers, go and track, tell me how it goes, right? I can't wait to hear about your results. Bye.